Jaduna, 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 Aduna Sargalel. Jaduna, 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 Aduna Sargalel. Jaduna, 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 Aduna Sargalel.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
How are you? How do you feel? Okay, thank you. So today we are here with Jalao TV. Welcome here in Epiani School. Today we are going to do a presentation, a grammar lesson with Jalao TV. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
So let's see what are we going to do today. I'm going to draw something. What is this? It is a car. Here we have someone. You can name him Omar, Ali, Musa. So you take Omar. We have a car. We have Omar. What Omar can do with the car? Omar drives a car. So we make the sentence here. Omar drives a car. Here, the subject is Omar. The verb drives a car, object. So, which tense is it? The tense. Is it the past? Is it the present? Simple. Here we have the present simple. Present simple. And it is in the active or the passive voice? The active voice. Who can transform this sentence into the passive voice? Omar drives a car. The sentence is in the active voice. The sentence is in the present simple. So who can transform it into the passive voice? Yes, Aminata? A car is driven by Omar. So here we have a car is driven by Omar. So today we are going to deal with the active and passive voice. Okay, so if we want to transform a sentence into the passive voice, from the active voice to the passive voice, what is the forms? What are we going to do? What are we going to use to transform a sentence from the active to the passive voice? Who can give me the form? Yes? To be plus past participle of the verb. So if you want to transform a sentence from the active voice to the passive voice, we use the auxiliary to be plus past participle of the verb. To be plus past participle of the verb. There we have Omar drives a car. It is the present simple. A car is driven by Omar. Now if we have the present progressive, Omar is driving a car. Are we going to use to be plus past participle of the verb only? No. Here we have the ing form, the present progressive. Omar is driving a car. What are we going to do? Yes? To be plus being plus past participle of the verb. Very good. If you have the ing form, you put between to be and the past participle, you put being. So we have to be plus being plus past participle of the verb. Okay, so this is the forms. The forms. Now we are going to take this example and another example, and we are going to transform them into the passive voice. So number one, present simple, and we had Omar drives a car. And from active to passive voice, a car is driven by Omar. Okay? Now, who can give me another example? A sentence in the active voice. A sentence in the active voice. Yes, Maretu? Fatu eats the bread. Very good. Fatu eats the bread. It is present simple. Active voice. Fatu eats the bread. Okay. Fatu eats the bread. Present simple. Active voice. Who can transform into the passive voice? Yes, answer two. The bread is eaten by Fatu. Very good. The bread is eaten by Fatu. The bread is eaten by Fatu. Okay? So here we have the present simple. So number two, present progressive. We take these two sentences which are into the present simple. We transform the sentences first into the present progressive, and after we turn them into the passive voice. Okay. Omar drives a car. Present simple. Now present progressive. What are we going to have here? Omar drive a car. You raise your hand. Raise your hand. Yes. Omar is driving a car. Omar is driving a car. Present progressive. Omar is driving a car. Okay? Sentence number two into the present progressive. Fatu is the bread. Fatu is the bread. Not always the same. Jara. Fatu is eating the bread. Very good. Fatu is eating the bread. Fatu is eating Fatu is eating the bread. Now we are going to turn these sentences which are in the present progressive, in the active voice, we are going to transform them to turn them into the passive voice. Okay? Who can try? Who can try? Not always the same. Who can try? Yes? Speak loudly. Speak loudly. Repeat. A car.
A car is being driven by Omar.
A car is being driven by Omar. Why being? Why do you put being? Why being?
Being by.
Why do you put being here? So you say a car is being driven by Omar. Okay? A car is being driven by Omar. Why do you put being here? Yes? Because it it is a present progressive. We have the ing form. If you have the ing form, we put being between the auxiliary to be and the past participle of the verb. Now sentence number 2. Fatu is eating the bread. Yes? The bread is being eaten by Fatu. Very good, class. Huh? The bread is being eaten by Fatu. The bread is being eaten by Fatu. Okay? And the third tense, it is a present. After present progressive, present perfect simple. Present perfect simple. Okay? Omar is driving a car. Present progressive. We are going to put the sentence into the present perfect simple. Yes? Omar has driven a car. Very good. Omar has driven a car. Omar has driven a car. Okay? Let me clean here. Okay, sentence number 2. Fatu is eating the bread. Raise your hand. Yes? Fatu has eaten the bread. Fatu has eaten Fatu has eaten the bread. Okay. Now we are going to turn these sentences into the passive voice. Passive voice, not always the same. Salibata. A car has been driven by Omar. Very good. A car has been driven by Omar. A car has been driven by Omar. A car has been driven by Omar. Very good. Sentence number 2. Fatu has eaten the bread. Yes, Raheka? The bread has been eaten by Fatu. The bread has been eaten by Fatu. The bread has been eaten by Fatu. Okay? The first tense, present perfect, progressive or continuous. Present perfect, progressive. The present perfect, progressive. The two sentences into the present perfect, progressive. Omar has driven a car. Ça va donner quoi? Yes? Omar has present perfect progressive. Omar has been driving. Omar has been driving a car. Omar has been driving a car. The second sentence, Adama, Fatu has been eating the bread. Fatu has been eating the bread. Okay, now we transform these sentences into the passive voice. Yes, Modu? A car has been being driven by Omar. Very good. A car has been, and have ing form, being driven by Omar. Being driven by Omar. Huh? Sentence number 2. Fatu has been eating the bread. Yao, Memuna. The bread has been being eaten. Very good. The bread has been being eaten. The bread has been being eaten by Fatu. Okay? So we have the passive voice for all the 4 tenses of the present. The present, we have the present simple, present progressive, present perfect simple, present perfect progressive. Okay? You are going to copy this, and after we are going to transform these sentences into the 4 tenses of the past and the 4 tenses of the future, the 2 tenses of the conditional. I give you 5 minutes to take this. Okay? 5 minutes. Number 5. The past simple. Past simple. Who can transform the sentence into the past simple? Omar. To drive. Omar drove. Huh? Omar drove. Like this. A car. Sentence number 2. Sentence number 2. Not always the same. Sentence number 2. Aminata. Fatu ate the bread. Fatu ate the bread. Past simple. You can transform the first sentence into the passive voice. Yes? A car was driven by Omar. Very good. A car was driven by Omar. Okay. Why do you put here was driven? Why not is driven? Because the past simple. So to be will be in the past simple. The present simple we had is driven, and here past simple was driven. Okay, very good. Fatu ate the bread. Yes? The bread was eaten by Fatu. The bread was eaten by Fatu. Excellent. The bread was eaten by Fatu. Okay? Number 6, the past progressive. Past progressive. Past progressive. Past progressive. Salimata. Omar was driving A car. Omar was driving a car. Omar was driving. Omar was driving a car. And after? Yes, Yao. Fatu was eating the bread. Fatu was eating. Fatu was eating, was driving, was eating the bread. Okay. Omar was driving a car. Mariama, Daimarem, a car was being driven. Very good. A car was being driven by Omar. A car was being driven by Omar. Fatu was eating the bread. Yes, Ngom. The bread was being eaten by Fatu. The bread was being eaten by Fatu. Okay? And number 7, the past perfect simple. Past perfect simple. Okay, past perfect simple. We take only one example, one sentence from among these two. Yes? Omar had driven a car. We take only this sentence. Omar had driven a car. You can transform the sentence. Huh? Rahaya? A car, speak loudly. A car had been driven. Okay, a car had been driven. A car had been driven by Omar. Okay. Number 8, past perfect progressive. Past perfect progressive. Yes? Omar had been driving a car. Omar had been driving a car. Omar had been driving a car. Had been driving a car. Omar had been driving a car. Omar had been driving a car. Not always the same. Behind. Yes. A car had been being driven by Omar. A car had been being driven by Omar. Had been being driven by Omar. So this is the four tenses of the past, and we have this sentence which are in the active voice, and we transform them into the passive voice. It remains the 4 tenses of the future: future simple, future progressive, future perfect simple, future perfect progressive, and the conditional present and the conditional past. Okay, you take this. Write this.
Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, dear English lovers. I say you, assalamu alaikum. So we're back now in your show, Act Like a Leader. So I'm very excited today to be here in front of you and share with you this grammar lesson, active and passive voice. That's something very good for you to give your suggestion and your contribution. Now we get for this twice time, or the second time, I mean, Sergey, during our first show, during the last years, he was our first guest. Now here, he is also our first guest. We say thanks so much. Just to, why do you choose these grammar points? Because I don't know exactly. Many of them don't understand better these kind of grammar points. Why do you choose it?
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Momar. So grammar is very important. In the English language, grammar is very important. So when you do the passive voice, the active and the passive voice, at the same time, you revise the tenses, the conjugation at the same time. You see, I start with the present simple, present progressive, and I'll finish with the conditional. You revise the tenses, and at the same time also, you revise the irregular verbs, so which is very important. If you want to be good at grammar, you should master the irregular verb, you should master all the tenses. And the active and passive voice, it is a good way to revise tenses and irregular verbs.
Okay. For revising tenses and irregular verb, but sometimes they don't know how to make some indication about the regular verb and the irregular verb, or they don't know exactly the ordinary verb, the auxiliary, and the modals. How you can explain them about ordinary verb? What is ordinary verb? Irregular verb and regular are ordinary verbs. What are the difference between irregular verbs and ordinary irregular verbs, regular verb, and auxiliary and modals? How they will use it, like modals? Because many of them don't know exactly how to use the modals in passive or active, and the auxiliaries.
Okay. So you can know how to make a difference between the irregular verbs and the regular verb. You choose a very simple form, a very simple way. So you take the list of the irregular verb, the column which is in the middle, it is the preterite. Preterite. Regular or irregular, it is the preterite. And for the passive voice, you need the past participle of the verb. This is the last column. You need the past participle of the verb to be simple. So if you say this is regular, irregular, it can be very complicated. You say my list of the irregular verb is here. The column which is in the middle, it is the preterite. The last column, it is the past participle. I need the past participle, Okay? So the modals, to be is a modal, to have is a modal, and you can have can, could, will, would, shall, should. All these are modals. So modals also can be used in the passive voice. You must trust him. When you say you must trust him, must is a modal. You say he must be trusted. He must be trusted. You can help him, or you can do the exercises. The exercises can be done by you. So for the modals, it's more easier to transform into the passive voice.
Okay, that's very good to know also the meaning or the importance of the irregular verb, because we get them several times in the passive voice or in the active voice. So about that, many of them miss their skill about speaking. What's the real matter of it? They don't know how to use the ground points to make some sentences, try to develop it step by step, and try to speak with themselves, and try to give some points about English. I have ever seen some students from upper sixth form to speak English like us when we were in upper sixth form.
Okay. So it is a real problem. So students, they don't learn their grammar rules, they don't learn their grammar lesson. If you want to be good at English, if you want to speak English fluently, every time you should read, and every time you should revise your irregular verbs, revise the tenses. Right now, I am speaking English right now. It is a present progressive. So if you want to speak English, you should master the tenses. And to master the tenses, you need the irregular verb. The irregular verb, it is the base. If you don't master the irregular verb, it will be very difficult for you to do the tenses. It will be very difficult for you to do the passive voice, to do the reported speech, and all the grammar rules. If a student wants to be good at English, every time you should read. Every time you should learn your lesson. You can also listen some English speeches. You can listen some English songs. You want to be good at English, okay?
Some English song like R&B or reggae, because there are some difference about that, you know.
It can be reggae, R&B. What is important is the song is written in English. You can use also all the songs of Bob Marley. I learned a lot with Bob Marley, the song of Bob Marley. Huh? It's very important to listen Bob Marley and try to master what he is saying.
Okay, thanks so much. Just let's talk with them, to the resident. So it's you to choose, because I want that they heard me, right? With Mareto. Okay, who is Mareto? Yourself, because it's the first time that you are faking with Jalao TV teams and our cameras. So I will give you the floor to present yourself. Don't be shy. Do it slowly, right?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, dear classmates. I go by the name of Marie Touad. I'm a student at Epialni Private School in the upper 6th class. I'm a candidate for the baccalaureate. I hope to succeed it this year by the grace of Allah. Welcome to my school. Feel like home.
Oh, super. Oh, that's wonderful. It seems that they come just to be free, right? Your name? Your name?
Aminata Chandum.
Aminata Chandum. Are you ready to do like your classmate? Yes, come on here, come on. Okay. Don't be shy, but you have to be shy. Don't be shy. The meaning of shy, Sergey, in French, please.
French, timid.
But if I say don't be shy in Wolof, you have to be shy at English language, right? Come on here. Yes, you are going to introduce yourself. Just face the cameras, okay? Okay, I will let you the floor to introduce yourself easily, quickly, without matter. Okay, be free, right? Okay, guys.
Hello, class. My name is Aminata Chandum. I am 20 years old and I live in Yenkel. I am high school student and I am learning English because it's an international language.
Okay, that's super. The following, please. Who is ready to come here with us? Elas Musa, yes. The boys. Jara, the sailor. Come on. Okay, we are here with Jara Silla. Okay, Jara Silla, can you introduce yourself for those who will watch these videos? And if possible, can you give some suggestion about these ground points? If no, you introduce only yourself for Sergey and for us. Okay, introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, class. Hello, sir. I go to introduce myself. My full name is Mam Jara Busesila. I'm 18. I'm a high school student and I live in Nita.
Okay, I got here a friend. See, I am Undoy, and him also he's Undoy. I hope that you will never do something very bad for me. Okay, come on. What's your name? Your full name?
My name is Elhaji Musandoy.
Elhaji Musandoy. Okay, can you introduce yourself and give some suggestion if possible?
Yes. Hello, my name is Elhaji Musandoy. I'm from Indian Jalao. I'm in Apsis form. I'm in high school. Yes.
So, what do you feel today about these conference? Are you feeling good?
Yes, I feel good.
Why do you feel good? What's the real things that make you happy today?
Because I think that's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Clap your hand for him, guys. Okay, can you let me choose someone? Okay, I will choose someone here. I will. Okay, come on. There is a Frenches. Okay, you are ready? Are you happy? Oh, come on. Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Oh my God. Are you happy?
Yes, I'm very happy.
OMG. Come on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. I go by the name. I go by the name of Sainabu Mengu. I'm a student at Epiani private school in the upper sixth class. But I like English, and it is my favorite subject because it is very important, and it is English international.
Oh, that's super. The only things that you come and try. If you try, you will see the result. Nothing is impossible. Reason why everything is doable here. Ladies and gentlemen, do your best for English because English is an international language. If you lose it, you lose your life. English itself gives a definition. The definition is, I am English. You learn me or you lose me. When you go around the world, for example, if you go in China, you have ever known the Chinese language. The only things that will give you the possibilities to talk with a China or Chinese people is English. Only English is all. Guys, I'm very happy today. I'm very excited today to be here in front of you, to share my point with you, to give everything possible with Sergey. Also, clap your hand for your teacher because he is someone very special for us. He helped us. Now we need some sponsor about this show, this program, because it's a very fantastic programs. We would like all the students here become English leaders. We would like all the students here try step by step to speak English. I know it's not our native language. No, it's not our native language. It's just an strange language. You use it step by step. Sergey, he was never born with English. No, me also. Others guys also from Senegal. You try, never mind the mistake. If you do some mistake, it means that you are becoming step by step someone who is very special. Do your best. You are in upper sixth form. Be committed in what you are doing in your life. Nothing is impossible again. Reason why everything is doable here. Always surround yourself with positive. Always surround yourself with positive. Choose your best friend. You are a student. You are in private school. Say that your father and your mother do something very special for you. Just for someone. Just the target is they would like you succeed. And I would like you succeed like me in my study. I got my back degrees. Musayum also. My buff cameraman, thanks very much to be with me here. It's the end of this show. We was very happy, and I will let the floor to my dear and beloved English teacher to do some conclusion. And now we will say bye-bye for the following time. I will give him the floor. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Momar. Thank you very much for all the job you are doing for the promotion of the English language. Thank you, dear student. And it's very important to learn English. It is really a need for you to learn English. I used to say that when you are at school, English is a subject. Out of school, it is a language, and it is an international language. You need it. If you go to US, if you go abroad, everywhere you go, you need English. So you have the time right now. You have the means right now. You have the tools right now to learn English. So every time, wherever you are, try to read, try to speak, try to watch English videos, try to listen English speeches. If you do it, I am sure you will be good at English. I am very happy today. Your reaction was really positive. Okay? So thank you very much. Thank you, Jalao TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're back here with Mr. Njai. We would like that he gives some suggestion and contribution about our English show. Mr. Njai, hello.
Yeah, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm feeling good.
So we are paying visit today to you. Just we would like to see your impression about our show. act like a leader. What can you say about it?
So I start to say that's a great. I'm very happy to receive you during my course. Okay, I'm correcting English term. Okay, so it's a very interesting. Okay, to talk about English because we can say that your show is very interesting because it helps students, okay, to follow, to know about and to understand, okay, where English can okay reach right now, because it's very interesting and very understandable that English is the key of success, is the key of the world right now, okay, and students, and not students only, but everybody have to understand that okay, it's the way, okay, to success.
The way to succeed. So what is the importance of this language?
Okay, this language is is the door of everywhere, okay. For example, when I take English as a language just only, okay, wherever you go, wherever you go, okay, you will find people speaking English. Even you go until even you go till China, okay, you will see that a lot of boards, a lot of things, a lot of shows are written in English and in Chinese language. It shows that English is very, very, very interesting, okay, for speaking, reading, and so on and so forth.
Okay, 1 minute left, right? We will say you goodbye.
Okay, goodbye, guys. Okay.
Thank you so much. Jalao TV, act like a leader.
Jaduna, 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 Aduna sargalel. Jaduna.